Well, it's about that time. Manhattanville's back. It's um, been a week up in this area, hammered with snow. The Geneseo games. Oh, it's been a thing. So I guess we'll go right into it. Utica needs a miracle if they want the 1 seed. Nazareth has to somehow steal a point from Geneseo. They have to keep Geneseo from getting all 4 points this weekend, and if they can, the Pioneers take the 1 seed. I'm not saying it's impossible. I don't expect Nazareth to, but you never know. You truly never know because a team with nothing to lose that's playing spoiler, it can be just as dangerous. We've seen it firsthand in Utica. There's been some teams like Arcadia, last season, that when they could play spoiler and they had nothing to lose, actually, as Alvernia, they played their heart out because they said, either way, our season will probably end. So if we can take down a team instead and keep it alive, let's go do it. Let's go surprise everybody. Utica split. It wasn't the outcome that we wanted as a fan or as maybe someone on the team, but it happened. The team did not play their best hockey the second game, and it showed. So now you have to win out against Manhattanville, who I get. The record does not indicate how good they are. They are more like an above 500 team who just has to run through two top 5 teams 4 times each. You take those away, they're an above 500 team by a nice margin. So they're not to be taken lightly if you're Utica. Even if you may look at them and go, oh, they're not great. They're not great, but they're not bad by any means. There's worse teams to play. Well, worse. There's better teams to play. Now, looking around, both teams kind of had mutually assured destruction there, with both taking a slight drop in the USCHO polls and the D3 hockey polls. You've got at 4 in USCHO and 5 in the D3 polls. Geneseo also took a little bit of a fall. The Pioneers dropped below Aurora, and in the D3 polls, they dropped below Curry. Now, looking at the game tonight and tomorrow in this series, Utica's 37-23-5 in the series. They're on a 13-game win streak as of right now. And they're 20-11-3 at home all time. Their last loss was a home loss, and that was on 3/3/2019. And that was in a end-of-season series just like this one. In their last 10 matchups, obviously, they're 10-0. And we'll see how this game goes. I mean, this could go either way. It could be like the first 2 Manhattanville games where it's 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, close wins. Or Utica could get fired up, come out swinging, give them a haymaker early, and run with the game. Both of them. I'd hope that they throw haymakers early, get on the board, keep themselves ahead, and drop 5 or 6. But I'm not saying that that's what they're going to do. Now, last weekend, the last game, Piros had a rough night. A rough night. Props to him for the season he's put on. I'm not going to discount that in any way. He just had a rough night against the wrong team. But I'd rather him get all his rough nights out now than in the playoffs, because a cold goalie in the playoffs will kill you. A hot goalie in the playoffs, you take off. A good goalie with a good team in front of him, which is what you can have and succeed right now here, will be fine to go, at least through the tournament, to Geneseo. Then you may need a goalie to get hot. So Manhattanville themselves also could move this weekend. Nazareth and Brockport are locked in at the 5 and 6. They cannot move. Manhattanville is locked in at a top 4 finish. Chatham is locked in at a top 4 finish. And the Pioneers and Ice Knights of Geneseo are both locked into top 2 finishes. But if Manhattanville loses both games and Chatham sneaks 1 point, then, or if Chatham somehow finds a couple points, which they're playing Brockport, so they could probably get 4 here. If they even get 3, I don't know what the tiebreaker is. I think it does swing Manhattanville. I think they need to win out and need Manhattanville to lose, and they get they get to move from the 4 spot. Manhattanville needs at least a point to get out and stay in the 3. Because the 3 gives them a more favorable matchup against Brockport than it does Nazareth. Brockport, I'd say, is not league's worst, but they are a little bit worse than Nazareth on paper and from the looks of it on ice. No offense to Brockport in any way or Nazareth. And Utica just needs to sneak one more point than Geneseo out of this weekend, and they can find the 1. But they need to hope for something here. So that is what that looks like. And I hope Nazareth can play spoiler here. I really do. The projected D3 men's ice hockey bracket from D3 Hockey does project Utica at the number 4 spot, playing Wilkes, former UCHC opponent and now MAC team. And the 1 at the 2 with buys would be Hobart and Curry. 3 is Aurora, 4 is Utica. 5 is Geneseo, 6 I think that's St. Norbert, 7 UNE, 8 Trine. Those are all the home teams. And then with road games, would end up being 9 Hamilton facing Trine. Who's 10? UW Superior facing St. Norbert. Yep, that is St. Norbert. I was right. 7 UNE facing 11 Cortland facing 7 UNE. Yeah, because I said 10. 12. Who's 12? That is Adrian. I've never seen that logo for Adrian. 12, Adrian would be playing Geneseo. Obviously, Wilkes playing Utica. And at 14, you'd have Trinity playing Aurora, which you're forced for a force. Actually, they're projecting the 12 not to be Adrian. I was right. That's not Adrian. I don't know who it is. I'm not used to that logo. Trying to look. Yeah, I have no clue. That's throwing me for a loop. I haven't seen that logo. I'm crazy. I'm going crazy today. So, looking at that, your first 4 out would be UW Stevens Point, Adrian, Trinity, and is that Plymouth State? No. I don't know who that is. Green. So, I don't know. Could it be Endicott? So, that is your projected bracket as of, what, 3 days ago? 3 days ago. I don't think any of these teams have played since, but looking at the lineup, it should, you've had your rotations. Things seem to have kind of stabilized in terms of lines, kind of finding your groove. Still no word on Landsberger. And, the team's still kind of running short. You still have some guys like Malera who are firing on all cylinders. And hopefully they can show up and show out this weekend. And Piros can keep that net clean. Because this team can win both these games and have a chance. So let's hope they have a chance. Anyone traveling tonight, good luck. Hopefully the roads aren't bad. Thankfully we're not traveling like 3 days ago because the roads were horrible. Good luck to Nazareth. Hopefully they can knock Geneseo away from at least 1 point this weekend and give the Pioneers that 1 spot. Go Pioneers, and I'll see you later.